we received a letter from the Uganda Professional Humanities Teachers Union, and I'm sure all of the schools, head teachers, go to secondary, colleges, tertiary, that kind. So we received the letters, and I think these people, they are in negotiation with the government. So I don't know, they have not yet, I think, reached the mutual understanding. But at Mungo, the situation, as you come in, we are calm. The science teachers are on ground. The deputies are on ground. I'm on ground. So we are with the students. They are more of doing, the science teachers are occupying them. And the good thing, the science teachers have also been committed, and anytime they are entering the end class, then where the arts teachers were supposed to be, the students have been encouraged to carry research, make sure they have all of the notes, the topics they have covered, and then discussions. So that is basically what is there, because science teachers are very few compared to the arts teachers. Like here, I have 80 science teachers, both in government and not on government. Then I have 16 teachers, arts teachers. So you see the arts number doubles the science number. So that means without the arts teachers, there is a very big gap. And we are looking at time, candidate classes. There is no time also. But all in all, we are encouraging students to keep coming so that they are occupied in the science subjects. Definitely, yes, it will affect. Because, with this lower secondary curriculum, all the topics, the themes are time bound. The moment you miss on this particular topic or theme, entering into the other theme or topic, it is time gone, and you cannot force, like now, like day schools. Our time will begin by 8, we end by 4:30. Many children walk long distances. So already what we have planned to be covered is getting affected. So that means even the performance will be affected. So we are praying that this situation is attended to urgently by government, to see how they attend to the neck of the professional teachers, of humanity teachers, so that the schools come to regain their calmness and children are attended to. Government is a parent. Okay, they say you are government, I'm government, yeah. But when we talk about government, I know the question is, you are directing it to the policymakers. So I'm believing that there is no problem that is too big to be attended to. And it's not that the teachers of humanities want to hurt, or they don't want to, they are not patriotic. They feel well to see students have not done well, schools are disgruntled. But what I want to say is that I want to believe that government, because the fountain of honor has not spoken, he must be consulting. And there are people who are the technocrats towards the education, who are the advisors to the fountain of honor. So I want to believe that the thing it will be handled, and it is going to be handled. We have a president who has listened to so many things. He cannot fail only on this one here. I think he's buying time to get views, to get advice from his technical teams, from his advisors. They are making a research. I'm sure they are going to come to the conclusion of this. Mine is saying that a prayer. that these things are handled as soon as possible, because for us head teachers, we are the ones operating between two hard surfaces. We have teachers here are saying government attends to us. We have learners who are vulnerable. We have to say that they are attended to, and time is very short for candidates. So I'm just praying that government, the policymakers, they technically hurry with this, and then they negotiate. Everything is about negotiation. For the parents to really support their children to come to school, let them also advise their children, because now schools like day schools, the child will reach here, is studying a few subjects, will say, I'm wasting time, he will go home. But the child can do a lot, and this with this lower secondary curriculum, a child has to do more. The teacher is just a guide, but it's the learner who has to do a lot. So it's now the parents to really play a big role to attend to their children. Find out, when the teacher has not come today, what did you do? What have you learned? Which books did you revise? And then for the children who are like secondary, they are relatively fair to understand. Let them not waste time home, waste time on the way, sitting complaining. It's not theirs. Let the government that is negotiating on their behalf with the union be able to do it. But as a student, come to school, sit down, go to the library, do the research, discuss, revise what you have covered. I think that will help us.
Here just to give some overview about the ongoing strike of our colleagues of the arts department. Generally, the arts teachers are not teaching, and they are not even surfacing to the schools. The few who comes around, pass around, but they disappear immediately. They are not even feeling like staying in the school. And that has made the teaching of the arts subjects to be very, very difficult. And as a director of studies, I'm getting a lot of comments and complaints from students, because they are not attending subjects like geography, history, art, fine art, subjects like language. Languages have also gone on a strike, and the country must know, and parents should be aware that language is the backbone, and all those teachers are not in school. And then that implies that only science teachers are in school, but comparing the science and the arts, the science teachers are less in number compared to the arts teacher. Therefore, even if the science teachers are teaching, the learners are not feeling all, because there are many gaps which are going untaught. And therefore, this call makes me to call upon the learners to be patient. We are trying to talk to them to be patient, but the parents and the community, politicians, and all other well-wishers of this country should spare some time and speak to our president, possibly to meet his pledge to the arts department, because promising them to give them some increment. And therefore it is a high time that the government of Uganda, under the leadership of our Excellency, to come up and speak to the arts teachers, so that they can come back on board to see that the learning goes on effectively. I beg that all other people come together, and we guide the learners and the country, because through education is where we can make our country to be. Talk to these learners not to go out of the bracket, and then involve the prefectorial leadership, teachers on school practice, to see that we gap here and there. But the number is truly overwhelming, and as a director, I'm really feeling the heat of the chair because of the teachers of arts who are on strike.
Coco Francis are my names. I'm the acting city education officer. In as far as the strike is concerned, I want to state that it is real. The arts teachers are on strike and they are not at school. However, learning is going on because when you look at our schools here, the schools had more teachers on PTA. A school like Nkomeses has got around 60 teachers on PTA who are not on government payroll. The same applies to Mbale High. They have got more teachers on PTA than payroll. Of course, Mbale says the same, Nakaloke the same, and Mukonde the same. So these teachers on PTA have come in. They are occupying those lessons that would be occupied by people who are on strike. And then also we have teachers on school practice. They are also there teaching. So learning is going on. The gap may be seen. Actually, the impact of the strike, we are not feeling it. These other teachers are covering, but it is serious. They are striking, and my call to government is let them resolve their grievances, and we get them back to school. But as I speak now, learning is going on because of the categories of the teachers I have stated. So the performance is not going to be affected because learning is going on. Learning is going on. Their lessons are being covered. The science teachers are teaching. Teachers on PTA. Actually, maybe schools that don't have teachers on PTA, they are the ones who are feeling this pinch. But in as far as Mbale City is concerned, these teachers are there. Actually, like I said, teachers on PTA are even more than teachers on payroll. And they are teaching. If it wasn't there, we would be now feeling the pinch. And that's why we are encouraging the parents that little contribution you make to that school does a lot. This is a time you would really now see the need of the money we say, the little you contribute. For example, when you see the teacher deployment is based on enrollment, and there is that gap. We don't have enough teachers as a government. So if parents don't come in as of now to help us, we would be in shit. So for me, I would just encourage the parents to continue making that contribution. That's why the strike is on, but you cannot feel it.